Good morning and welcome to the 2024 European Junior Powerlifting Championships here in Pilsen, Czechia. I am Emilia Potter, joined by Erasmus Evans. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Emilia.
And this morning for you, we have two flights of lifters. The first flight consisting of the 63 kilo sub-junior women. The second flight consisting of the 74 kilo sub-junior men. And we are in for an exciting morning. We have had such a treat yesterday. Every single session we saw a European or a world record attempt in it, and I'm hoping that today lives up to that excitement. We're going to see battles all throughout the day. We have this morning the 63s and 74s, this afternoon the 69s, and this evening a big battle in the 83 kilo sub juniors. And what a morning we have on for us.
Well, looking at the first attempts here on the table, the last few are not that far from the European sub-junior and the world sub-junior record, standing at 161, even on their openers. So
yeah, that is super exciting. Like you said, Svobodova and Idora both opening at 150. And as you mentioned, the world and European record at 161. So I think you're in for a treat. You won't have to wait long to see how that pans out. Now we head into the first lifter of the day, Arianna Sofia Neri from Italy. 100 kilos on the bar. Now she's opening quite a way below her personal best, so I'm wondering if perhaps she's been dealing with some sort of ailments heading into the competition. But let's see how this opener moves. I imagine it should be quite comfortable for her.
as you said, looks very comfortable, quite a way below her personal best, probably dealing with some kind of injury or setback in her training.
Yeah, usually what we see here is lifters just trying to get a squat on the board and then maybe edge it higher and higher to the point where they're not putting themselves in a danger zone with whatever injury they're dealing with. But it's a good lift. We have Pippa Moorcroft now from Great Britain, 105 kilos. This is Pippa's last year as a sub-junior after 4 years of competitive experience.
Nice and controlled all the way down and back up. 3 white lights.
And as to be expected, Neri has X'd out her second and third attempt, so just looking to get a squat in on the board. But successful lift from Pippa. Nice start to the day. Camille Castro Morhe from Ireland, 115 kilos. Last year as a sub-junior, but she has only been competing for 1 year, so very new to the sport.
Nice and speedy, very safe opener. 15 kilos below her personal best, but I think she can make quite a large jump there to her second.
Yeah, it looked really comfortable for her. Lovely looking opener. I've got to say, the SPD Island singlet has to be in my top 3. It is a lovely looking singlet. Darina Jelinek from Hungary, 115 kilos, opening 2.5 kilos above her personal best.
Another nice and steady. Great speed out the bottom.
Esther Tomacek from Hungary, opening on 120 kilos. Very nice control of the bar all the way throughout the squat.
And it's another 3 white lights.
Teresa Stitilova from Czechia, opening on 130 kilos, just 5 kilos below her personal best.
Nice and snappy on the top.
Yeah, that was a lovely easy opener for Teresa there. Good lift. Plenty left in the tank. Let's have a look at that again. Isabel David from Great Britain, opening on 132.5 kilos.
Nice and strong. 3 white lights and a good lift for Isabel.
Alexandra Fragoso Kerchak from Spain, opening on 135 kilos. Contender for podium overall. In a good spot for it, but she'll want to keep making lifts, so every lift counts. Pretty tight between the top 3 as well. As soon as somebody starts making lifts where someone else is missing them, it's an easy way in to the gold. A bit of a tricky opener there, but it still moved.
It moved pretty well. We just need to wait for the lights. It's 3 whites and a good lift.
Yeah, it moved well. Just a little bit more of a sticking point than I think you'd want on your opener, but who's to say that's not how she squats every single time?
Absolutely. We're going to see on her second attempt what would be the case here.
Yeah. And now our first of 2 lifters taking 150 kilos for their opening attempt, 11 kilos below the world record. Anita Svobodova from Czechia, putting on 150 5 kilos below her max. She's the lighter of the two, with the lower lot number.
Nice and controlled,
Yeah.
and I'd be surprised if she's not going for the record on her third, or perhaps even on the second.
No, I would agree with the third. I think it would be sensible to pace yourself for the third, but who knows? You know, different countries, different strategies. Her being lighter means that she gets body weight advantage, but her being the lower lot number means that Dora will have the last laugh in terms of who takes the squat if they're taking the same weight second. Lisa Dora from the Netherlands, 150 kilos. Now her max is 160, which is 1 kilo below the world record. So let's see how this moves for her.
Nice and strong.
That is a good lift, 3 white lights. Let's have a look at that again. It seems like Svobodova has gone for somewhere in between on her second, and I imagine Dora will do the same. And that concludes our opening attempts, with all lifters getting a squat on the board. Just a reminder, Neri is not coming out for her second or third due to injury, so she'll be coming back out for bench if you're looking for her, but all other 9 lifters will be coming out for their second and pushing to build that squat up. First out, Pippa Moorcroft from Great Britain, 112.5 kilos per second attempt. This matches his current personal best.
Well, moves pretty solid for a second attempt. It's a 2-1, a depth call from the center referee. We're gonna have to see that again on the replay.
Yeah, and usually you're going to be okay if you get whites from the side. I say usually, and a perfect example of that yesterday was when a lifter got 2 whites from the side and a red from the center, and the jury overturned it. So we'll keep our eye out for that, but for now she's safe. Camille Castro Morhe, 122.5 kilos, 7.5 kilo jump for the Irish lifter.
I was expecting a larger jump perhaps, but I'm sure they know what they're doing. There is some slowing down, but
It's a good lift. 7.5 kilos seems about right to me. I can't stress enough how much I say it doesn't just matter what you have at the top end, it matters how you get there. And I think should she have jumped more, it would have risked not at all getting a third attempt. So I think they made the right decision there, not to get overzealous too quickly. Dorina Jelinek from Hungary, 122.5 kilos, a 7.5 kilo jump. Also important to remember that these are sub-junior 63 kilo women, so a 7.5 kilo jump is still sizable.
nice and steady, great technique, keeps the position to power through the squat.
Yeah, a very tidy squatter. Esther Tomacek from Hungary, 127.5 kilos, edging ever so close to her personal best of 132.5.
And 3 white lights. A very solid second attempt there.
Yeah, I'd say that looked pretty comfortable for her.
We can see again on the replay. Really just consistent speed, consistent effort.
Teresa Sitalova from Czechia jumping 5 kilos to 135 for her second attempt, a matched personal best should she make this. Although her teammate in shot of the world record squat, Sitalova in shot for a medal overall. And it looks like that's what she's collecting kilos for.
Absolutely. That's how you want the second attempt to move.
And actually only 12.5 kilos separating second and fifth, so big battle all the way till the end there. Alexandra Fragoso-Kerchak up and amongst it, currently in prognosis on second. 140 kilos for her second attempt, moving her into squat bronze for the time being, with David Svobodova and Idora to follow.
I was sensing the slightest wobble there at the bottom, but she recovered very well.
$140 kilos for Isabel David from Great Britain. 7.5 kilo jump from her opener. Again, another name in contention for those overall medals. Ooh, a little bit of trouble there, but manages to still fight through it, and that just shows so much strength.
It's a 2-1, a blue light from the left side referee. We'll see here on the replay again.
I imagine that could have been for the wobble. They think they saw downwards movement, but it looks on the replay like there wasn't any, so I imagine she would be safe with that.
Yeah, it would seem so.
Now straight through to the last two attempts, and both Idora and Svobodova have opted for the same jump, jumping to 157.5, just within reaching distance of that world record squat. First up of which Anita Svobodova from Czechia on home soil, looking to edge ever so close to that world record. And our opener was easy breezy. And her second looked comfortable too.
Yeah, solid enough. Svobodova, of course, has the advantage over Idora on being the lighter of the two, but Idora has the advantage as they are both going for the record.
Right, it means that Idora will get the last say. If Svobodova goes for 161.5 and gets it, Idora gets to do 162. So we'll see now how 157.5 moves for Elise Idora from the Netherlands.
First one moved very well, and this one also has to.
slows down a bit but manages to stand it up. And I'm wondering if another route Svobodova could have gone is she had a good amount left in the tank, maybe pushing the record a couple kilos higher as her second squat was a bit easier, but it looks like they have gone for the 161.5, which I can only imagine is what the Netherlands will put in as well. And concluding our second round of squats, all lifters with their first and second attempt in, of course, with the exception of Neri. And we head through to the third round where we are going to see at the end 2 world record attempts back to back. Pippa Moorcroft now from Great Britain, 117.5 kilos. This is for another personal best for Pippa.
Gets it up very nicely. It's a 2-1 again with a depth call from the center referee. I think she'll be happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a personal best and it still moved like she had a couple kilos left in the tank. Of course, with one red light, the jury will look over it and we'll keep one eye there and one eye on Dorina Jelenek, who will be taking a 5 kilo jump to 127.5 for her third and final attempt, personal best attempt.
Bit of a fight, but very good for a third attempt.
Yeah, third attempts are no place for easy lifts. You know, she worked for her personal best, she worked for her final attempt, and I think she would have been frustrated if she left any kilos there, and it doesn't look like she did. Camille Castro-Morhe from Ireland, jumping to 130 kilos to match her personal best on her third. Taking another even jump here.
7.5 kilo jump from Camille. Let's go.
It's a big fight, but just not there, unfortunately.
Yeah, the power just cut out there.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was referencing before. You know, should she have taken a bigger jump on her first or second, she could have missed that jump and walked away with only her opener. So I think they made the right choice there, perhaps a bit overzealous with an equal jump to the third, but still walks away with the 122. Esther Tomacek from Hungary, 132.5 kilos. Just to match her personal best. 5 kilo jump from her second. It's been moving smoothly so far. In terms of speed, didn't slow down that much on her third either.
Yeah.
Looked a little bit tougher, but it wasn't slow.
Yeah, you can't really say, because we've seen it with the Irish girl previously. The first one was very, very fast, and then it slows down significantly. Here, all three are pretty much consistent speed, consistent tempo.
Teresa Sitalova from Czechia, 140 kilos. This moves her into squat bronze for the time being, with David and Fragoso Kerchak looking to take that on the following attempts. For now, Teresa can do all she can to put herself in the best position to do so. 140 on the bar for a new personal best and a shot at a squat medal here at the European Championships.
nice. 3 white lights for Teresa.
Yeah, that was a lovely third attempt, and they made the smart decision, making sure it was a number that she could do. It was still a personal best, but like we said, she's shooting for a podium position, looking to protect bronze and perhaps push for silver, maybe even gold. So great from them there. Isabel David from Great Britain, 142.5 kilos, 2.5 kilo jump in an attempt to push for bronze on squat and collect some kilos to try and pressure podium overall.
Oh, great fight, but it's not gonna be there today for Isabel. She got everything she could on her second, the 140, which means Sitalova currently still in third.
Yeah, taking that squat bronze for the time being on body weight ahead of David and Fragoso Kerchak. But now Fragoso Kerchak looking to one-up her with a 145 to move into squat bronze and stay in silver overall heading into bench press. This will be a personal best for Alexandra in an attempt to get a squat medal.
Vamos. Show us what you got. It's the last squat, 5 kilo jump.
Great effort, stands it up, 3 white lights, and she takes the bronze medal in the squat.
Yeah, that is absolutely lovely. Really nice third attempt there from Fragoso Kerchak.
A great selection, heavy, but not too risky even.
Now we have 2 squats remaining, and as we alluded to before, both World Sub-Junior squat record attempts back to back. What an exciting start to the day. The first to attempt it, we have Czech athlete Anita Svobodova on home soil attempting the world record, 161.5.
You can do this, Anita. You can do this.
One final attempt, looking for squat gold and more importantly, that world record.
She's got confidence in her eyes. She's ready to get this record.
She
Come
looks
on.
determined. It's the dream of many athletes to go for a world record on their home soil, and she's getting the chance now.
And that is a lovely attempt from Anita. We'll wait for the light.
She gets it.
And that is 2-1, a new world record for Svobodova, and she can just sit and wait. The number for Adora automatically goes to 162, but look at that. One final squat attempt remaining, and as we know, it is another world record attempt.
Back to back for these ladies.
We are barely halfway through this morning's session and already seeing our second attempt at a world record. Elise Idor from Netherlands, 162 kilos to regain squat gold, but more importantly, take the world record off of Svobodova. This is 2 kilos above what she's ever done before. She's looked strong so far, 162 kilos, one last time for Elise Idora for a world record attempt.
Ladies, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Oh, it's a
Going.
big push.
Wow!
Manages to stand it up. Let's wait for the lights. Yeah,
Oh,
unfortunately, that is a
unfortunately.
no lift, but it does mean that Svobodova on home soil walks away with the world record. And isn't that a beautiful end to the story?
Well, I think she's going to be praised as the Czech hero of this competition, or one of
Yeah,
those.
absolutely. And a quick summary here before we head through to the men's 74s. In squat bronze, Fragoso Kerchak from Spain with 145 kilos. In silver, narrowly missing out on that world record, we have Elise Idora from Netherlands. In gold, hometown hero Anita Svobodova from Czechia with a new world record, 161.5 kilos. We head straight through now to the 74 kilo sub-junior men, where they have quite a lot to live up to after that women's session. And kicking us off from Czechia, we have Samuel King with 175 kilos.
Next up is Christoph Kozak.
Wow. I was looking at the screen, the world sub junior record still flashing, and I completely missed the squat. It was so fast.
Yeah, it was a really lovely opener. And if it was a world sub-junior record, we would have had 11 back-to-back to break it, or 33 rather, for every single attempt. Unfortunately, that's not going to be as exciting this morning. That was still from the session before, but a lovely opener from King nonetheless. Christoph Kozak from Hungary was opening on 175 now.
That was easy.
Just waiting for the lights. And it's 3 whites, now very nice indeed.
Could you imagine a world we lived in where we had a flight of 11 lifters and every single one broke a world record on that opener? It would be overwhelming.
Well, the level is rising and rising really fast, so never say never.
I'll hold out for that one. We now have 180 kilos for Victor Shigula from Poland.
A bit more steady than the previous competitors, but still a nice and solid safe opener.
Followed by French José Torres from Belgium. Rise loaded.
$185 kilos for Elias Seidel from Switzerland. First Swiss athlete I believe we've had so far in the championships. Lifting 5.5 kilos below his personal best and what I imagine to be a sub-junior Swiss record.
And pretty nice indeed, although gets a depth call from the center referee. I'd imagine it's because of the very narrow stance.
Yeah, he also almost paused it when he got down to the hole. Gave them a real good look at that depth. Fran Jose Goris from Belgium, 190 kilos. Has been competing for less than a year and still has another year left in the sub-juniors, so I imagine a very bright future ahead of him.
Nice and easy for his opening attempt, and his 3 white lights and a good lift.
Alexander Katzenko from Ukraine, 200 kilos even. Followed by Axel Ferta from Finland.
Alexander Yatsenko from Ukraine, opening on 200 kilos, 5 kilos above his personal best.
Wow.
A lot of pure strength there.
Yeah, just manhandling the bar.
Yeah. That was very, very quick. So quick, in fact, that I didn't even get a chance to see if it was deep enough, if there was any infractions, but the referees did, and they were happy with it.
Well, if you squat so fast, the referees can't see you move.
That's the trick. That is the trick. What infraction? You didn't even see me do it. Akseli Verta from Finland, opening on 200 kilos.
Next up is Thomas Tototipidis.
I'm sure the first of many mullets we'll see this week. Has a personal best of 230.5, so a nice conservative opener here for him. The European squat record currently standing at 243, so considering he has 4 lifters opening after him, I'm interested to see where we end up on that.
That looks solid enough. We'll see how large of a jump he takes to his second if you come close to the record.
Yeah, I mean, it looked correct for an opener. It didn't look overly conservative, so just
Yeah,
perhaps didn't have the most perfect competition prep.
Thomas Katotikidis from Greece.
We now have Thomas Katotikidis from Greece, opening on 202.5 kilos.
this would be just 5 kilos below his personal best, which at these weights means he's made great progress, or at least hopes he did.
Yeah, 5 kilos really is chump numbers when you get to this weight. It's more or less the same. Yeah, and I'd say he's made a lot of progress. Look at that.
Well, we'll have to see on the second attempt, but judging from the first, he's either the fastest squatter I've ever seen or has made a significant amount of progress.
Yeah, and this is one of the times where you'd usually say, I imagine he'd make a big jump, and this time I would definitely agree. Javier Cholbi Tome from Spain, 205 kilos. Now, on prognosis, is projected first, but it is close at the top. Only 5 kilos currently separating first and second, so every lift matters. And they are more or less matched kilo for kilo on every lift. Wow.
Yeah, another nice and speedy. Thought he was gonna fly off the platform the way he locked out there. It's 3 white lights.
Yeah, favors a big lean there for his low bar position. A lot of power out the hole. And it's a good thing the bar isn't on his back, otherwise he might have ended up on the floor above. Now fighting for that first place overall, we have Viljami Jevanainen from Finland, 207.5 kilos, our penultimate opening attempt of a flight.
Whoa! Unfortunately, a technical mistake there from Javanainen. You can see there as he comes up, the power is just too great. He can't contain it and he wobbles back and forth. The spotters luckily catching him.
Now, I'm going to come back to that in a minute after we see Matteo van Vinkt from Belgium in his opening attempt. 210 kilos on the bar for Matteo, our heaviest opener of the flight.
The heaviest opener from the 74 group, 210 for Matteo.
This is just 5 kilos below Matteo's personal best, but that means nothing to sub-juniors in most cases.
Lovely indeed. I think he will go way past his personal best.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is a good lift. And now just quickly going back to Javanainen, he is in contention for the gold overall, and I can see what he's done next, and I know that you can as well. But it does beg the question, now he doesn't have a squat on the board. You know, you don't want to risk it by pushing it too far, but do you also risk missing out on that push for gold by not going up at all? I know my answer.
You really need to, as a coach, in this case, you would need to study the lifter's mentality, perhaps talk to them.
Christoph Kozak, 185 kilos. That was a lovely easy opener. Did not slow him down with an extra 10 kilos there.
And he's getting awfully close to his personal best, which I think he might try and match or break on his third.
Yeah, I think the risk at this point isn't necessarily worth it because it's the first lift of the day, you know, but they will have to do some catching up as a result of that. Victor Shigula from Poland, 187.5 kilos.
Oh, I was biting my nails throughout that lift. He was standing awfully close to the squat rack. But it's a 2-to-1 good lift.
Oh yeah, look at that, almost brushed it. Oh, he went just as far out as he needed to. No extra energy needed. Samuel King from Czechia, jumping 20 kilos to 195 for his second attempt. A pretty big jump for a 74 kilo sub-junior.
Oh, first one moved very well.
Yeah, it did. I stand by it though, 20 kilos is a big jump. But he makes it look good.
Not for Samuel it isn't.
No, not at all. That's why his last name's King.
197.5 now for Switzerland alone. India single, quite loaded. Next now is Franz-José Goris from Belgium.
Elias Seidel from Switzerland, 197.5 kilos.
For a 12.5 kilo jump, a 7 kilo personal best, and I believe a 7 kilo improvement on the Swiss sub-junior record.
Not too shabby for a second attempt at all.
Looked just a tiny bit scrappy, but strong.
Scrappy is the exact word that came to mind. That's not a bad thing, you know, it's just showing that he's fighting through with raw strength, but he still gets it 2-to-1. There's no award for prettiest lift.
Do you think that there should be the commentators award?
I think that one would be for best grind, if I'm being honest. Franz Jose Goris from Belgium, 202.5 kilos. Perhaps we can split that though. You can go for the prettiest. Three and a half kilos below his personal best and Belgian record.
Very steady. I mean, I can't help myself not to have a little chuckle there. It's just so easy.
It
These
is.
second attempts all looked so perfectly measured, so calculated, no major struggles, no
Yeah.
surprises.
And you know what? It's comfortable watching him because you know that the weight is safe on his back. Now, a contender for podium overall, for gold overall, Fuyami Jevanainen from Finland just had that little technical error on his opener. The weight was easy, if anything, too easy. Threw him off balance. So retaking it now for his second, getting a squat on the board, and hopefully can regain some ground as he heads through the rest of the competition, but needs to get this squat in on the board first. Much better.
Yeah, it's better this time, but he was still not the most secure standing on top
Do you think
that I've
perhaps
seen.
that would have been partially a confidence issue now because of what happened on the first as well?
That might be. You're the psychology expert, so you tell me.
It was rhetorical, I agree with myself. Alexander Yatsenko from Ukraine, 210 kilos. Team Ukraine love a pattern and I love it. Always looking so snazzy. Again, such raw strength, so fast from Alexander.
Squat just like, alright bar, I'll let you come down. And then at a certain point, not anymore. Whoop.
It's just so fast. Even in the slowdown, it's so speedy.
Yeah, it looks like he's not even slowing it down. As he's traveling down, he's speeding it upwards already.
It is crazy strong. Akseli Verta from Finland, 212.5 kilos. 12.5 kilo jump from his opener. Which I think, based on how his opener moved, is a sensible jump.
Nice and solid. That looked pretty much like the first attempt. Steady and measured there.
Thomas Katatikidis from Greece, 215 kilos. 12.5 kilo jump from his opener. Already surpassing his personal best here in his second.
Opener moved very well.
Yeah, we saw a lot of strong openers from this flight of 74s.
If this moves really well, he's not completely out of contention for the squat podium.
Yeah, this already moves him into squat gold with only 2 lifters to follow, heading into thirds. I like the way he squats. It doesn't use any more energy than he needs to. It's very tidy. Let's have a look at that again.
Now Matteo Van Vicht, 217.5. Bars loaded.
Yeah, every movement is perfectly measured and calculated.
Our penultimate attempt in the second round, Matteo Van Vinkt from Belgium, 217.5 kilos.
7.5 kilo jump for Matteo.
This will move him into squat gold, ahead of Katotikidis. But he is heavier than Cholby told me he was to follow.
This one is already important. Let's go, Matteo.
Three white lights and a nice second attempt for Matteo.
Last squat of the second round is Javier Jordi Domi from Spain. Same bar. Loaded.
Taking the same weight as a lighter body weight, Javier Cholby Tome from Spain, 217.5. And just for an idea of how close it is in the squat medals, this moves him from 6th in squat into 1st. He does, of course, have weight advantage on a lot of his competitors. I was so worried he was going to tip forwards then.
Again, as with his previous lift, giving us a tiny bit of a scare.
Yeah, but it's just so much power. It's a good lift, 3 white lights. See here, drives forward really hard, but manages to stay on his feet.
Bars loaded.
And heading into the third round of squats, he leads ahead of Van Vinkt on body weight. In bronze, currently we have Katotikidis from Greece.
And you were saying just how close they all are. We have a 202, 207, 210, 212, 215, and then 2 of 217.
Yeah, it is
It's
so close. We head into this third round to see who will walk away with which squat medal. Victor Shigula from Poland, 195 kilos.
Oh, it's a grinder.
Wow, he is
It's
not
a grinder.
stopping. Look at that. Look at that.
That was a nice fight.
It's a 2-to-1 good lift.
And that award we were talking about earlier for best grind, I think it
Yes.
might go to Shigula for now.
Just wanted to say that, yeah. Speaking of the commentators award for the best grind. Wow.
And also just an idea, like you said, of how close it is. For third attempts, we have 2 lifters going for 222.5 and 3 for 225. So really similar strength levels here. Krzysztof Kozak from Hungary, jumping 10 kilos to 195 for his third and final attempt.
Three white lights and a good lift for a nice personal best.
Yeah, that was a lovely third attempt. Have a look at that again in the replay. Really lovely and deep.
Bars loaded.
Maintained the speed all the way up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Samuel King.
202.5 kilos for Ilya Seidel from Switzerland. 5 kilo jump from his second.
Oh, he gets it up. But yeah, as I was afraid, it's 3 red lights.
Yeah, I was hesitant to say anything there. Really good in terms of strength, but it's easy when the nerves get a little bit higher. It's a weight you've never done before to cut that depth, and you can see there in the replay he cut it by quite a bit. Samuel King from Czechia, 205 kilos. After taking a 20 kilo jump from his first to his second and making it look good, he takes a 10 kilo jump from his second to his third.
Wow!
He is pushing, he's fighting for that best grind award.
It's up, and it's 3 white lights for Samuel King, the king of the grind.
That he is. Perhaps a shared title for him and Shigola.
They're gonna have to go heavier in the warm-up room.
Fran Jose Guris from Belgium, taking a 7.5 kilo jump to 210, looking to extend his Belgian record at home by 4 kilos, a new personal best. He's looked really comfortable under the bar so far. And his third is no different.
Yeah, it takes just a bit of effort.
6 more lifters, 6 pretenders for a medal, with only 3 medals to claim. Every attempt matters on the squat medal podium. Bar is loaded for Alexander.
Alexander Yatsenko from Ukraine, 217.5 kilos, moves him to squat silver, and we're going to see that jump around a lot with 6 lifters left to go, including Alexander, all fighting for squat medals.
Wow!
Wow, indeed. That is a fantastic third attempt from Alexander. It was a 7.5 kilo personal best as well, and it is a good lift.
Gets a depth pull from the left side. That looked alright to me. We'll see what the jury has to say, if anything.
Now looking to move around that squat podium a little bit, we have Akseli Virta from Finland taking 222.5 kilos. He is the lightest out of those fighting for podium position. This will move him into squat gold for the time being, with Viljami to follow with the same weight, and the last 3 lifters at 225.
He was fighting it hard, but just wasn't there today, unfortunately.
Yeah, that left knee of his just did not want to aid him in his fight.
Yeah, the knees just collapse inwards and he loses it, unfortunately.
His teammate now looking to take that gold place for the time being. Vuojami Jevanainen from Finland, 222.5 kilos after missing his opener on that step back. Got it on his second, looking to regain some ground here. As we said, he is fighting for podium and potentially gold overall.
Yeah, it's a 15 kilogram jump for Javanainen.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Do your part, come on. And it goes up.
Big grin at the top there for Vuojami.
And he holds on. It's a 2-to-1 good lift. One blue light from the right hand side referee.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that again in the replay. This is the side he gets that blue from. I don't see the bar dip. His knees are a little bit in and out, so it could have been for that, but the jury seem happy with it. Now looking to move into gold position, and I'm sure you'll continue to hear that. We'll have Thomas Katadikidis from Greece, 225 kilos. This is a 10 kilo jump from his second. He is heavier than Chobi Tomi, but lighter than Van Vinkt.
So he gets this. He's at least second, possibly first.
Let's go, Thomas. This one's for a medal.
He misses. He's off the podium.
Yeah, all or nothing here in this final squat.
Oh,
Wow, I
Wow.
did not expect that. And I hope for his sake it was deep enough.
the grind was respectable, but the depth just wasn't there.
Yeah, definitely a moral victory. Look at the grind. But I was worried, as I said, that he just caught that depth, which means he ends up off the podium. And looking to step onto that podium, we have Matteo van Vinkt from Belgium. This moves him into gold place and secures him at the very least silver on squats, 225 kilos. Again, it's all or nothing. This gives him gold, at least silver, or he ends up off the podium for squats. This would knock Yatsenko off of the podium.
Let's go, Matteo. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
And it is not there.
Not there.
They're really pushing each other for these squat medals, and some people might get hurt from pushing for those squat medals because they were and are in contention for podium positions overall. So currently standing in gold on squats, Javanainen from Finland, and looking to take that, who's secured at very least silver, Javier Chobi Tomi from Spain, 225 kilos. He's currently in prognosis on first, and this would push that even further heading into bench. If he misses this, it will be very close between him and Javanainen heading into bench press. This is for squats gold, the new personal best.
Vamos, Javier. For gold medal, come on.
He gets it up. And it's 3 white lights and a good lift for Colby Tomi, taking the squat gold medal with Javanainen in second and Yatsenko in third.
Yeah, phenomenal job from him there. And it puts him in a really good place heading into bench press. Quick summary here on body weight in bronze ahead of Van Vinkt. We have Yatsenko from Ukraine, 217.5 kilos. In squat silver, we have Javanainen from Finland with 222.5 kilos. And your squat gold medalist from Spain, Javier Chobi Tomi, with 225 kilos. We're going to head into a 10-minute break now before bench press, so we will see you there. Hello and welcome back to the 2024 European Junior Powerlifting Championships here in Pilsen, Czechia. What a phenomenal start we had to the day. Svobodova walking away with that world record squat with 161.5 kilos. Idora missing out on it just on that third attempt. But it is a big fight here in the 63 kilo sub-junior women, of course with the 74s to follow. We have some big opening attempts, as you were showing me in the breaker, Azan, that the current world record stands at 103.5. And what was that opener that you saw?
Yeah, from the Spaniard Fregoso, she is opening at 97.5, so awfully close to the record.
Tantalizingly close. Camille Castro Morhe from Ireland, 50 kilos for her opening attempt, 2.5 below her personal best.
Nice and solid for an opener, just how you want it to move.
Now on to Zeliba Moncraft from Great Britain, 62.5. Followed by Anita Skodobova. Bar is loaded.
62.5 kilos for Pippa Moorcroft. So she's opening on her personal best. Again, not super unusual to see that from a sub-junior.
Looks solid, 3 white lights.
Anita Skodobova now, 65 kilos. Followed by Sophia Mary, the same one. Bar is loaded.
Anita Spodova from Czechia, 65 kilos. So she's, I believe, upped her opener from 60 kilos. She'll be chasing those podium positions, and she has the chip from the world record to do so.
Looks easy enough. It's a 2-to-1, good lift.
Yeah, let's have a look from that side angle, see what that yellow could have been for. Usually it's for a lift of the feet, glutes, or head, or skipping a command in bench press, but I can't see any lifts there, so if the center referee is happy that she met the commands, then that's okay. Arianna Sofia Neri from Italy, 65 kilos, actually dropped her opener 2.5 kilos. Came out for only one squat. I think has suffered with some sort of injury affecting her squat and deadlift, but hopefully can put up a good bench press showing here for herself.
A nice and solid opener for her bench press. Let's hope she can continue, at least in the bench press.
Now on to Dorina Jelinek from Hungary, 67.5. Bar is loaded. Next up is Esther Stomacek.
Dorina Jelinek from Hungary, 67.5 kilos for opening attempt. Opening just 2.5 kilos below her personal best.
Yeah, another nice and easy opener. Really nothing much to talk about here.
No, and you know, in an ideal world with openers, there shouldn't be too much to talk about. They should be something that's pretty comfortable. You don't see infractions on. when we start to see issues, when we start to talk during openers, that's when there's a bit of a problem. Esther Tomacek from Hungary, 72.5 kilos. Opening 10 kilos below her best.
Again, nice and solid.
Yeah, extremely comfortable opener there. The opener should be really that easy, because if you need to do it 2 more times, you should be confident that you can do that single number 3 times. Teresa Sitalova from Czechia, 80 kilos on the bar. Strong contender for podium and perhaps even gold overall if she makes up some ground with Idora. She has got Svobodova hot on her tail. It's a Czech v Czech fight for the podium, it seems.
Nice and strong.
Isabel David from Great Britain, 85 kilos.
Just waiting for the lights. And it's 3 whites, absolutely no problem there.
Our penultimate opener, we have Elise Dora from the Netherlands, 90 kilos, 5 kilos below her best. And currently on track to get gold overall, should she keep her momentum going.
Another nice and solid opener.
Yeah, seems really comfortable. Plenty left in the tank, and she is on track for a big total today.
Yeah, I think she was shrugging her shoulders there coming off the platform, confused as to how it could have been so easy.
Our final opener of this flight, Alexandra Fragoso-Kerchak from Spain, 97.5 kilos. And I believe actually the world record bench press belongs to Alexandra, and she may be looking to extend that today. Wow, perhaps a 104 on her second attempt then.
Yeah, I'd say that would be the appropriate choice here.
It certainly would be justifiable. I can see a world where perhaps they want to be safe and go 100, 104 for the sake of jumps, but, or 102, 102.5, 104, but we'll have to wait and see what they do. That was a very easy opener, and all 10 lifters have a bench on the board. We can see, of course, Fragoso-Kerchak, the current record holder, leading, followed by Dora and David. Camille Castro-Morhay from Ireland, 55 kilos on the bar, 5 kilo jump from her opener.
This will already be a 2.5 kilo personal best for Camille. A bit harder this time. It's a 2-to-1. I think there was a glute lift.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that from the side on the replay. Usually yellows from each side does indicate that.
Yeah, you can see the light shining through.
Yes, unfortunately that is a no lift for Castro-Morhay. Pippa Moorcroft from Great Britain, 67.5 kilos, 5 kilo jump from her opener.
Looks solid. And it's 3 white lights. A good lift for Pippa Moorcroft.
Anita Svobodova from Czechia, 70 kilos now. Hoping that any of the 3 athletes above her on prognosis maybe make a mistake.
Not the easiest second attempt, but it's 3 white lights and a good lift, and she might be able to squeeze out just a bit more on her third.
Yeah, I think a 2.5 kilo jump there is sensible. I think it would be top end, but I can imagine that she could get it. Arianna Sofia Neri from Italy, 70 kilos.
It's a 2-to-1 good lift, a yellow light from the right hand side.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that on the replay. This is the side that gets the yellow.
I think
a micro lift perhaps. It's up to the discretion of the jury whether they think it was enough to constitute an infraction there. Darina Jelinek from Hungary, 72.5 kilos.
once more not the easiest, but there still might be something left in the tank.
Yeah, definitely heading towards her top end there.
Just waiting for the light still, and I think it was white flags this time.
We move now on to Esther Tomacek from Hungary, 77.5 kilos. And it was indeed a good lift before.
Pretty solid. And it's 3 white lights, no questioning that one.
85 kilos now for Teresa Sitalova from Czechia, followed by Elizabeth David. The bar is loaded.
Teresa Sitalova from Czechia, 85 kilos now. Moves her into bench press bronze for the time being, with Isabel David to follow. Of course, with our third round of bench still to go.
Oh, nice and solid. Second attempt, 3 white lights. There's gonna be a tight fight for the podium spots.
Yeah, we've seen it all the way through that first round of squats in the 63s and 74s, and it's no different here in bench. Isabel David from Great Britain now looking to move into bench silver for the time being with 90 kilos, with Dora to follow.
Nice and strong there for Isabel David.
Yeah, in a good position to potentially walk away with a bench press medal. Just narrowly missed out on a squat medal.
Oh, bench bronze is pretty much guaranteed for her. Whether she gets anything more depends on this next lifter.
This next lifter being Elise Dora from the Netherlands, 95 kilos, matching her personal best and moving her from bronze into silver back ahead of David.
Nice and strong there. 3 white lights and a good lift.
Moves into bench press silver for the time being, and we have one lift remaining. And depending on what David puts in for her third attempt, Dora maybe has secured the silver. Depending. But now we have Alexandra Fragoso-Kerchak. Yet another world record attempt already. We've been treated to so many already. Not only on the 4th session of the championships. Alexandra Fragoso-Kerchak from Spain, 104 kilos, going for it on her second attempt. Already the record belongs to her from her previous championships, but looking to extend that here. Still, with 1 year left in the sub-juniors, only competing for 1 year, what a talent. A world record attempt here on her second attempt, 104 kilos to extend it by half a kilo. And if this is successful, it will only go up from here.
And it is.
Good lift.
3
That is
white
a
lights.
new world record.
Well, it didn't look easy, but mind you, she can go up even by half a kilo
And, you know, it's
if she chooses to.
quite literally the most anybody in her age group and weight class has ever benched.
Well, she's a 63 kilo sub-junior woman benching a bench press that most guys my age in the gym strive to lift one day.
She's doing pretty well, I would say. Absolutely phenomenal. We head into our third round of bench press. And with that, Fragoso-Kerchak, of course, securing the record and the bench gold. Camille Castro-Morhay from Ireland, 55 kilos, reattempting it here. Didn't get on her second due to butt lift off of the bench. Let's hope she can get it back up this time and keep her glutes down on the bench. Looked better from this angle at least, but...
No, once again, we'll see on the replay.
I fear it's a similar story that we had before.
Yeah, once again.
70 kilos on the bar for Pippa Moorcroft from Great Britain. 2.5 kilo jump from her second.
Oh, big fight there.
That was a great effort from Pippa.
Yeah, and she gets it with 3 white lights. What an effort.
72.5 twice now. Once for Anita and then for Sofia. Boys loaded.
Anita Svobodova now, 72.5 kilos, a 2.5 kilo jump. Looking to creep as close to the podium as she can. Of course, has that chip from squat, which will really help her heading into deadlifts.
And it's slow but strong and steady, and it's 3 white lights and a good lift.
Boys loaded.
Arianna Sofia Neri from Italy, 72.5 kilos. Opting for a 2.5 kilo jump from her second.
Just not there today, unfortunately, for Arianna Sofia Neri.
3 more attempts to go to change the openers from the 74s. 2 more attempts to change the openers from the 74s. Boys loaded.
Drina Jelinek from Hungary, 75 kilos for her third and final attempt. New personal best attempt, getting those red plates on the bar. As we said, the final boss of plates.
Big fight off the chest and strong lockout. And she got 3 white lights. Puts her hands up in the air.
82.5 bars loaded. Only 2 more attempts to change the openers of the 74s.
$82.5 kilos for Esther Tomacek from Hungary. This will be for a matched personal best.
Oh, I think she might have skipped the press command, then just got confused, lost concentration, couldn't get the bar off her chest, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can see there she goes to skip the command, then realizes, and I think she knows it's a lost cause at that point. Teresa Sitalova from Czechia taking a 2.5 kilo jump to 87.5 for her final attempt. Every kilo matters. Her teammate just behind her in 4th overall currently.
And it's 3 white lights and a good lift.
Really strong effort there. 3 benches remaining before we head through to the 74 kilo sub-junior men. Isabel David from Great Britain, 92.5 for a personal best, has already secured bronze. Looking to rack up as many kilos as possible.
And big strong press from Isabel David. She gets the bench press bronze medal.
A phenomenal effort there. It was a wonderful 3rd attempt.
And she's going to be praying for any mistakes from the other competitors on the deadlift to try and sneak onto that podium.
Yeah, she's not a million miles off, but people would have to make mistakes or she would have to up her deadlift. Elise Idora now from the Netherlands, strong contender for gold overall, 100 kilos for her 3rd and final bench, a huge milestone bench here for any weight class or gender in a lot of cases. Already has bench pressed silver, looking for those extra 5 kilos heading into deadlifts to keep Fragoso Kerchak protecting silver instead of shooting for gold.
And she gets it up. It's 3 white lights and a good 100 bench for Idora.
106.5 loaded on the bar. Alexandra Fragoso Korczak from Spain, 2.5 kilos over the world sub-junior record.
Now she broke her own record on her 2nd attempt, and like I said, it can only go up from there, looking not to just chip it again, but to extend it another 2.5 kilos. Alexandra Fragoso Kerchak from Spain, 106.5 kilos on the bar. This keeps her the chip and extends her own world record bench press.
Let's go, world record attempt.
And there it is, easier than her 2nd attempt. Oh, unfortunately 2-1 gets called for elbow depth from both side referees. The coach goes to the jury. We'll analyze that here.
We're going to have to see that.
It could go either way. The right elbow looked a little bit higher. The left elbow looked okay. But for now, she still walks away with that world record from her 2nd attempt, 104 kilos in bench press gold. In silver, Idora with 100 kilos. And in bronze, David with 92.5 kilos. It looks like the decision will stand as a no lift, but she still has broken her own world record and has another year left in the sub-juniors, which begs the question, how many more times can she break her own world record?
Well, how many competitions are there?
Well, we'll have to wait and see. I'm excited to find out. But for now, we head into the 74 kilo sub-junior men for their bench press session. And first off, we have Krzysztof Kozak from Hungary, 100 kilos.
Nice and easy, 3 white lights and a good opener.
Loaded.
105 kilos for Akseli Virta from Finland. Has dropped his opener by 2.5 kilos.
And another nice and easy 3 white lights for Virta.
Loaded.
115 kilos for Victor Shigula from Poland. Nice, easy looking attempt for Shigula. Just waiting for that third referee light. Have a look at that on the replay in the meantime. Can't imagine too much wrong with that. And there we go, 3 white lights, a good lift.
Watching it again for Francois Goris. Bar is loaded. Next out is Ilya Seger from Switzerland.
Franz Jose Goris from Belgium, 115 kilos for his opening bench. All 3 squat attempts looked pretty comfortable. I'm wondering if that would be the case with his bench. He's been competing less than a year, so still trying to find his ceiling of strength, I imagine.
Definitely opening just 5 kilos below his personal best. Yeah, this moves with absolutely no problem. It's 3 white lights. And I think he's gonna try and repeat his squat performance on the bench press.
Elias Sado from Switzerland, 117.5 kilos, opening on his personal best.
Three white lights and a good lift for Sido.
Matteo van Vinkt from Belgium, 127.5 kilos. "15 seconds left on the clock. Just needs to get that start command before the time runs out and hope he doesn't need to re-rack."
He's gonna have to hurry up.
With 3 seconds left on the clock, manages to get it.
Right on the buzzer.
Wow, 2 to 1, a
2-1,
good lift. Gets a call for elbow depth from the left-hand side referee, so we'll have a look at that
1:30
in the
now
replay.
for
But it
second
is
attempt.
risky because
Blue is Samuel
if you
King.
have 3 seconds left on the clock and you're asked to re-rack for any reason whatsoever, you run out of time.
Absolutely. In 3 seconds, you cannot do it. It's always better to give yourself more time just to be safe, even if you don't have, if you've never had any kind of trouble. It's better just to be safe.
Absolutely. Alexander Yatsenko from Ukraine, 130 kilos.
And it's 3 white lights and a good opener for Yatsenko.
Samuel King.
He has managed to squeeze onto the squat podium with quite a few of the athletes failing their third attempt and him making it. We'll see if he can try and do the same on the bench press.
Samuel King from Czechia, 132.5 kilos. Had a big grind on his final squat. Hopefully hasn't expended too much energy with 6 lifts left to go. Again, just off of the podium. Every kilo counts. He's just behind Katitikidis.
And a good lift for Samuel King.
Javier Toby Tome from Spain, 132.5 kilos. Currently on prognosis, the favourite to win overall. Definitely has his name in the hat for a bench medal as well, after walking away with squat gold.
It's 3 white lights and an easy enough opener.
And with the biggest deadlift opener as well, he could be challenging himself to get 4 golds today, if all should go well. But he has a couple of big benches to contest against. Thomas Katitikidis from Greece, 135 kilos. Followed by Yevanainen taking the same weight. Already opening 5 kilos above his personal best. Be interesting to see how this moves for Thomas.
And it moves very nicely indeed.
Last opener, 1.5 again for Javina. Why is it?
Uyami Järvenäinen from Finland, our final bench press opener, 135 kilos, opening on his personal best. And currently in silver overall, trying to protect that silver, potentially push for that gold.
And a very nice first attempt. All of the competitors securing a bench press attempt on the board, a field of green as we are going into the second round.
And we head into the second round now with Kati Tikadis leading on body weight ahead of Järvenäinen from Finland, and with Chobi Tomi in bronze on bench press currently. This is subject to change as we head now into the second round of bench with Krzysztof Kozak from Hungary, 105 kilos. I'm wondering if he was a little hasty on that command in the middle. But he gets a blue, not a yellow, so I want to have a look at that in the replay and see what that could have been for. It didn't seem like he stopped on his chest.
Might have actually been for the start. The movement he was doing before he started lowering the bar.
Well, we'll have to leave that in the jury's hands, but they seem happy with it. For now, Akseli Virta from Finland, 112.5 kilos.
Nice and steady for Akseli Virta. 3 white lights and a 2.5 kilo personal best.
Victor Shigula from Poland, 122.5 kilos. 7.5 kilo jump from his opener.
Taking his time. He's got 22 seconds left. Oh, it's a fight.
Well, we know we can grind on squat, and now we know we can grind on bench as well.
He had to fight for that one hard. I'm not sure how much there's left, and I think he got a back cramp during that.
But what an incredible effort. Grinding through bench is not easy to do. But yeah, certainly not too much left in the tank. Franz Jose Goris from Belgium, 122.5 kilos. 7.5 kilo jump. Just like his squat opener, his bench opener looked extremely comfortable.
Three white lights and a good lift. Really nice and solid.
Ilias Seidel from Switzerland, 125 kilos for his second attempt. 7.5 kilo jump from his opener.
This will be a big personal best for him.
It's a good lift, 3 white lights, a very comfortable looking second.
132.5 grams metal van Vink from Belgium. With 5 kilo jump from his opener. The bar is loaded. Metal will be followed by Alexander Yatsenko on 35.
132.5 kilos for Matteo van Vinkt from Belgium. 5 kilo jump from his opener. Again, taking quite a while to get set up here, less than 20 seconds on the clock. Didn't have any trouble having to re-rack on his opener, and I'm hoping the same goes here.
Nice and powerful. And it's a 2-1, a depth call from the right-hand side referee. See again on the replay.
Yeah, we'll be looking at this right elbow, which,
Well,
do you know what, it's hard because that elbow was high, but it's always a question of was he wonky or was
well, he
the
was
elbow high?
definitely wonky. You can see one shoulder not even on the bench pad, the other firmly on. He set up quite
Yeah, which is
diagonally.
it's hard to then judge.
Yeah.
Alexander Yatsenko from Ukraine, 135 kilos. It's a bit of work, but manages still to get that up.
3 white lights and big power from the Ukrainian.
That will be 3 times. Thomas Kagian. Bar is loaded.
140 kilos for Thomas Karatikidis from Greece. 5 kilo jump from his opener.
Yeah, really solid second attempt.
Yeah, still so much power in that.
Plenty of room for improvement left for the third.
140 kilos for Javier Cholbitomi of Spain. This moves him into bench press gold, and he is lighter than Ivainen, who will be taking the same weight. So this will put him at very least silver heading into third attempts, should he make this. Now his opener was extremely comfortable for him, so 7.5 kilos I won't imagine slowing him down too much.
And you imagined quite correctly. It hasn't slowed him down one bit, and it's 3 white lights and a good lift.
Yeah, and although he started a little bit lower on openers, like I said, he's still got a great chance of getting that bench gold, but that's very dependent on how Ivainen and King both perform. Yami Yavainen now taking the same weight, as I said, at a heavier body weight. So this will move him into bronze on bench press, pushing Yatsenko off of the podium for the time being.
And nice one indeed. 3 white lights for the Finn.
Now for Samuel King. Boris Lilly.
Just the appropriate amount of struggle for a second attempt.
Samuel King from Czechia, 142.5 kilos, moves him from 5th in bench to bench press gold after taking a 10 kilo jump from his opener.
Wow. Sinks it deep down into his chest. Just powers it up like it's nothing.
Yeah, a really good second attempt then. Puts him into bench press gold for the time being. Really quick onto the chest. Uses a bit of a sinking approach, which is a little bit harder when you have a flatter arch and you're a lighter body weight as well. But heading into the third round of bench press with Shigula Xing out that last attempt, which feels sensible. Everybody is on track for a big third attempt, with King leading, with Chobi Tomi behind, and Katatikidis currently in bronze on bench. Christoph Kozak now from Hungary, 107.5 kilos. This would be for a new personal best.
Three white lights and a good lift.
117.5 Anthony Kempta from Finland, followed by Franz Morris. Bar is loaded.
Akseli Virta from Finland, 117.5 kilos.
Looking to add a further 5 kilos onto his personal best. Now big fight there from Virta, but unfortunately
125 now.
just didn't have the strength to press it out today.
Yeah, and that was the first failure on strength that we've had this entire bench session, so really big showing from the 74s.
Bar is loaded.
Fran Jose Goris from Belgium, 125 kilos. Going for those 2 red plates aside.
Nice and strong indeed. 3 white lights and a good lift.
32.5 now from Ilya Seger, followed by Mateo Vanderbilt. Bar is loaded.
Ilya Sador from Switzerland, 132.5 kilos, is 7.5 kilo jump from his second.
Seidel, he's taking huge chunks out of his personal best today. Keeps it up. 3 white lights and a good lift.
135 now for Matthew Van Vliet, followed by Alexander Yatsenko from Ukraine. Bar is loaded.
Matteo Van Vinkt from Belgium, 135 kilos, opting for a 2.5 kilo jump from his second.
Oh, big effort there from Van Vinkt, but he has managed to get out everything he had on his second.
Bar is loaded.
Alexander Yatsenko from Ukraine, jumping 5 kilos to 140. Landing bench press fourth. Not quite enough for the podium today. It's a tight battle for that, but looking to rack up as many kilos as possible. Currently sat in 5th overall, hoping someone ahead of him may slips up, that he can reap the rewards from that if they do.
Oh, big effort there from the Ukrainian.
Yeah, just too much today. 5 kilo jump, a little bit ambitious. 2.5 perhaps would be there, but hindsight is 2020. Thomas Karadikidis from Greece, 142.5 kilos to move him from bench press bronze into gold. But getting this still won't even secure him a medal 100% because there are still 3 lifters to follow.
Gets it up. It's 3 white lights and a good lift for Katodikidis, who's gonna be hoping that at least one of the following competitors misses their final attempt.
Yeah, and I think it was the right number. I don't think 145 was there today, so they've done all that they could to potentially give him a medal and move him as close to the podium overall as he could. Javier Chobitomi from Spain, 145 kilos. The lightest of the next 3 lifters to lift. This will move him into bench press gold, and at the very least, if he gets this, secure him bench press silver. That was a lovely third attempt from Javier.
3 white lights, he's got it. He has at least the silver medal.
Yeah, and he's made really sensible choices so far today, just securing kilos, building the total, and putting himself in a really good position to walk away European champion today. Buyami, 145 kilos. Now this will move him into bench press silver from off of the podium, but it will secure him at least bronze. He's heavier than Chobi Tomi, so won't pull ahead of him. If he misses this, it means that Karatikidis guarantees a medal.
And he can't get it.
Which means we know who will be on the bench podium. It means that Karatikidis hoped someone ahead of him would miss, and they did. And he secured himself at least bronze. Now Samuel King from Czechia, who again has secured at least bronze, looking to move into gold. 5 kilo jump. His second did move, but in the style that he benches, I'm wondering if 5 kilos is a little bit ambitious. I've been proved wrong before, and I'm happy to be proved wrong again. In fact, I'd love to be proved wrong here.
Oh, big fight there, but the narrowest of misses. Just so unfortunate. He could have gone for the silver.
Yeah, you're right. He could have gone for the silver, but he shot for the gold. Still ended up with the bronze. And it's just that, quick down and power off the chest. It usually equals a very quick drop-off point. But having a look here, Samuel King from Czechia is still walking away with bench press bronze on body weight with 142.5, just behind Karatikidis from Greece, walking away with silver, and your bench press gold medalist, as predicted, Chobi Tomi from Spain, 145 kilos. He is on his way to perhaps collect 4 gold medals, as I said. We'll have to wait and see if that's how it turns out as we head into a 10-minute break now before deadlift, so we will see you there. Hello and welcome back to the 2024 European Junior Powerlifting Championships here in Pilsen, Czechia. We are about to head into the deadlifts for the 63 kilo and 74 kilo sub-juniors. First up of which we have the 63 kilo women. Having a look here at the result for the bench press. Fragoso Kerchak, of course, on her second attempt, breaking her own world record with 104 kilos. And a quick glance at the subtotals here. Idora leading, followed by Fragoso Kerchak and Svobodova. We've had some changes in openers here, as we will explain as we go through. They are going to be pushing each other all the way until the end. A fight for gold and a fight for podium. It'll be an exciting session. First up, we have Arianna Sofia Neri from Italy, 100 kilos. As we know, injured, so I imagine see this opener from her and perhaps her to X out the next two attempts.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see.
With a deadlift PB of 161, a similar story to her squats, where she opened at 100 and then didn't come out for her second or third.
Yeah, just a nice and easy opener to secure a total. And we'll wait and see if she comes back for her second.
Yeah, I don't think she will be, based on seeing her coach just then. Darina Jelinek from Hungary, 120 kilos for her opening deadlift.
Just waiting for the lights there.
Thanks.
And it's a 2-2-1. Good lift. Or
130 now for
No, 3 white lights. That's a good lift.
I thought I saw a red flag there, but seems to be a good lift either way. That's what is important.
Pippa Moorcroft now from Great Britain, upped her opener by 2.5 kilos to 130.
Yeah, she's going to be opening on her personal best. She's confident in this. Nice and smooth. And she's going to take a large chunk out of her PB on her following attempts if everything goes to plan.
Yeah, on for a big PB today, it seems. Camille Castro Morhe from Ireland, 135 kilos.
And another 3 white lights, a nice and easy opener.
Esther Tomacek from Hungary, 140 kilos for her opening attempt.
Once again, nice and easy. 3 white lights and a good lift for Tomacek.
Horizontal 47 David.
Isabel David from Great Britain opening on 150 kilos.
Yeah, a big support from the British crowd.
Like we said, if anybody above her makes a mistake, she'll be looking to creep up the table.
A very solid first attempt. Just waiting, and these 3 white lights. Absolutely no problem there.
152.5 for Elise Varsdodin. Elise Dora from Netherlands.
Now currently in prognosis, first we have Elise Idora from the Netherlands opening on 152.5 kilos. It's very close between her and Fragoso Kerchak, who is up to her opener now. So let's see how this moves.
Oh, nice and easy. Just 2.5 kilos below her personal best. And we have a great fight on our hands now.
Yeah, as I alluded to before, on prognosis, 410 for Idora with her opener and 404 for Fragoso Kerchak. Fragoso Kerchak having the slightly heavier pull, but only marginally. Alexandra Fragoso Kerchak from Spain now, 155 kilos. Up to her opener from 147.5, which I have a suspicion that perhaps that was their plan all along.
Definitely looks easy enough for an opener, and we've seen that from the Spanish team raising their openers.
Yeah, we saw it yesterday. However, if they do end up doing it every day, it will day by day become less surprising, I'm sure. But it is working so far, catching the Netherlands slightly off guard. Anita Svobodova from Czechia, 155 kilos. Another podium hopeful. Has the chip from squats. That could come in handy.
Steady opener, not the fastest we've ever seen, but perhaps that's just her style.
Yeah, and you know what? It's also not the slowest I've ever seen. So, like you said, it could be the style. We see many well-known powerlifters slow from the start. We can continue building on that. Teresa Sitilova now, 167.5 kilos, another podium hopeful, sitting just ahead of her teammate Svobodova.
Really fast, 3 white lights, and with some larger jumps, she's not that far from the European and World Sub-Junior record at the 190. Might be a stretch, but not completely impossible.
No, I was thinking the same, but it does depend on their priorities and the jumps that they make. But heading into the second round, everybody has secured their total. Of course, Neri not coming out for her second or third attempt, so her competition is done now, but we will see the fight for the positions overall now. Darina Jelenik from Hungary, 130 kilos, a 10-kilo jump from her opener. Slowing down a little bit more towards lockout there, but it still looked good.
Yeah, 3 white lights, bit harder this time, but still really strong.
Camille Castro-Molle. Horizontal.
Pippa Moorcroft from Great Britain taking a 10 kilo jump to 140 for her second attempt after already opening on her personal best.
Slow and steady, but very consistent speed throughout the lift. And a very nice chunk added to her personal best here for Moorcroft.
Horizontal.
147.5 kilos for Camille Castro-Molle from Ireland. 12.5 kilo jump from her opener, leaving her just 10 kilos shy of her personal best.
Yeah, 3 white lights, nice and solid, but she's still a bit of a way off her personal best. We'll see how large of a jump she can take.
Esther Tomacek from Hungary, 152.5 kilos.
Yeah, a bit of struggle on the lockout, but it's 3 white lights and a good lift. Still has good speed off the floor. We'll see on her third if she can push through those last few centimeters that slow her down.
Get ready. Horizontal.
Isabel David from Great Britain taking a 10 kilo jump to 160. Moves her into deadlift silver for the time being, with 4 lifters to follow with their second attempts. Doing well to keep close to the rest of the pack there, like we said, in case she has the opportunity to pull onto podium.
Nice deadlift from Isabel. She might be in the hunt for a podium spot. We'll see. 162.5.
There's a good lift, 3 white lights.
Next up will be Alexandra Fragoso Kurczak. Bar is loaded. Elise is leading the charge as we speak.
Looking to do her best to keep the lead, Elise Idora from the Netherlands, 162.5 kilos, a 10 kilo jump from her opener, which I think is justifiable. Her opener was really quite speedy.
Still rather comfortable, and 3 white lights for her second attempt. We'll see how this next deadlift moves for Fragoso Kurczak, as that's where the battle for the top spot on the podium is going to play out.
Horizontal from the Spanish lifter. The 10 kilo jump.
Now looking to match the jumps and hope that Idora falls in her last attempt. Alexandra Fragoso Kurczak from Spain, 165 kilos. This will keep her 6 kilos behind Idora heading into third round deadlifts.
The first position.
Nice and easy.
Yeah, looks really strong. She's going to want to be careful with those knees as it gets heavier to make sure it doesn't look like she's assisting the bar, but that was a lovely second attempt. Two second attempts remaining, both from Czech lifters here on home soil. Anita Svobodova from Czechia, 165 kilos, pulls her onto the podium ahead of her teammate for the time being.
Again, not the fastest, but very consistent speed, no signs of slowing down. It's 3 white lights and a good lift for Svobodova.
Yeah, and generally with conventional, it's a little bit easier to grind than a sumo, should she need to. Our final second attempt now, Teresa Sitilova from Czechia to pull back onto the podium overall. Still has deadlift gold. 175 kilos, 3 red plates aside for her second attempt. It's a 3-woman race to get that bronze position. But getting this successful lift will make it a lot easier for Sitilova to get that position. Wow.
And no problem there.
Yeah, and that puts her in a really nice position heading into the third round of deadlifts to secure that bronze medal. But we'll have to wait and see how that unfolds. You can see here in deadlift she's leading with that 175. In deadlift gold, Fragoso Kerchak in silver on bodyweight ahead of Svobodova. And overall, Idora leading with a 420 total, 6 kilos behind Fragoso Kerchak, and then fighting for that podium finish, Sitilova, Svobodova and David. Dorina Jelinek now, 135 kilos for her third and final pull.
She fights through the last few centimeters on the lockout for the 3 white lights, and she's happy with that.
145, a 5-kilo jump for her second attempt. She'll be followed by Camille Castro from Ireland. Where's loaded?
Pippa Moorcroft from Great Britain, 145 kilos for her third and final attempt. A new personal best. To be a total and deadlift personal best should she make this.
Big lift here.
What a phenomenal effort, locks it out.
Yeah, there's just no stopping her. She gets the personal bests on the deadlift and the total.
Camille Castro from Ireland. Only 4 more attempts to change the openers of the 74s. 4 attempts to change the openers. Bar is loaded. Hold out.
Camille Castro Morhe from Ireland, 155 kilos.
Oh, big effort there. but considering how her second went, this was a pretty ambitious jump.
From Hungary,
Fortunately, a no lift.
Esther Tomacek from Hungary, 157.5 kilos. It seems like both Idora and David have dropped their final attempts. I think David relinquishing the fight for podium and Idora putting in a number that she needs that means nobody else could catch her. For now though, Tomacek, 157.5 kilos.
And another big effort to get the lockout. It is a 2-to-1 red lights from the right hand side and the center referee.
Yeah, that would have been for insufficient lockout. So we can see here the coach goes to the jury, but I think just pops the lockout before she got the down command. Unfortunately, the jury will look at that, but I think it will remain as a no lift.
Now that's unfortunate.
Now, should she secure this, it would be very hard for anybody to chase the gold, and it would also mean perhaps risking the silver for Grosso Kerchak. Elise Idora from the Netherlands, 167.5 kilos, pulls her into deadlift silver for the time being, but would also enter on a 425 total, and in a great position to hold on to that gold overall.
Oh,
And maybe she's just at the end of her tether there. And does that leave her vulnerable for the gold to be taken? It does. Now Fragoso Kerchak can pull for the win, and it wouldn't be a far cry. It is her attempt anyway on her third. It would give her a 421.5 total, and that chip that she got on the bench would really come in useful.
absolutely. It's a very reasonable jump to a third deadlift for Fragoso. If she, I mean, I don't think she even has the choice not to try.
Yeah, I mean, it's what she would go for otherwise. I think the silver's more or less secured, but for now, Isabel David from Great Britain, 167.5 kilos to pull her into deadlift silver for the time being.
This one's for a provisional medal in the deadlift event. Let's get the fourth position. This goes to go.
What an effort from David.
Yeah, she powers through to get it locked out. She gets the white lights. She's very happy, and she's going to be hoping that one of these next athletes can miss their final attempt so David can stay on the deadlift podium. Now for the big pull for the win.
This is the one we've been waiting for, with Idora missing that final attempt, which would have made it hard for Fragoso Kerchak to pull for the win. Alexander Fragoso Kerchak, who's had a phenomenal day so far, 172.5 on the bar, a 7.5 kilo jump from her second, which isn't a huge ask based on how she's been lifting. This is to pull into deadlift silver for the time being, but more importantly, to take the title of European champion.
This one's for Alexander. Come on.
And she gets it going. Oh, but she is stuck. And that is such a shame. It looked like hope was lost for Idora, but Fragoso Kerchak just could not pull that final deadlift, meaning, as it stands, Idora is your European champion. But we still have 2 deadlifts to go. Idora can't be caught now by Sitalova or Svobodova, but the two Czech athletes will be fighting for that podium position amongst themselves. They are athlete first, Team Czechia second. First of the two to attempt it, we have Anita Svobodova from Czechia, who is currently in 5th overall. This will pull her into bronze ahead of Sitalova. 10 kilo jump from her second, equal to the jump she made from her first to her second. Huge final pull. A big total and potential bronze medal overall. And it's just too much of an ask for Anita.
Just too much. And that means David has the deadlift silver.
It does, and that won't be taken from her, so a win for David there, despite not pushing for podium. That actually seemed to be the smart decision. I don't think there would have been more in her. But now, already your deadlift gold medalist and your bronze medalist overall to cap the day off strong with a matched personal best on deadlift and a total personal best. Teresa Sitalova from Czechia, 180 kilos on the bar, a 5 kilo jump from her second to finish the day off strong. There it is. Phenomenal end to phenomenal day for Sitalova.
Yeah, with a rather easy third deadlift, Sitalova takes the deadlift gold, secures the overall bronze.
And we'll have a look now at the summary of the 63s before heading through to the 74s. In deadlift bronze, we have Fragoso Kerchak from Spain. In deadlift silver, Isabel David from Great Britain. And your deadlift gold medalist, Teresa Sitalova from Czechia. And overall, your bronze medalist, Sitalova from Czechia with 407.5. Your silver medalist from Spain, Fragoso Kerchak with 414. And your new European champion, Elise Idora from the Netherlands with 420 kilos. We head straight through now to the 74 kilo sub-junior men, where it seems 6 of the 11, so over 50%, have changed their openers, and I'll keep my eye out as we go through to see if they've gone up or down, but they are going to be pushing each other right until the end for those podium positions, and it is tight. First up, we have Victor Shigula from Poland, 185 kilos.
And a nice and solid opener for Shigula to secure the total. And yeah, as you said, some serious games going on here in the 74 kilos.
Krzysztof Kosak from Hungary, 195 kilos.
And another nice and smooth opener. 3 white lights. Another total secured.
And from what I can see here, I think all bar 2 lifters who've changed their openers have gone up. So really, like we said, pushing each other, playing some tricks and mind games. Franz Jose Goris from Belgium, 205 kilos for his opening attempt. Lovely, easy opener there for Goris.
3 white lights,
210 for
no
Yasedo,
problems there.
Force loaded. Next up is Vinyami Jamainanen.
Yasedo from Switzerland, 210 kilos. Dropped his opener from 215.
Nice and solid. Probably the right call just to secure that first attempt,
27.5
to secure that total.
Jamainanen, followed by Alexander Yatsenko.
Kuyami Yavanainen from Finland, 227.5 kilos. Dropped his opener by 7.5. He's fighting for a podium position, so I imagine just looking to secure that total, push on his second and third, if possible.
And another nice and solid opener.
230 now for Alexander. Bar is loaded. City Virta, get ready.
Alexander Yatsenko from Ukraine, 230 kilos, upped his opener by 5.
One of the athletes in the chase for the podium. If anyone ahead of him should make any mistakes.
Yeah, only 10 kilos separates third and sixth.
And that was very nice and very fast.
Plenty left in the tank there for Alexander.
Bar is loaded for Axeli. At 2 over please, get ready.
Akseli Verta from Finland, 230 kilos, upped his opener by 10 kilos. Not in the fight for podium, but perhaps looking for a big total personal best. Opening on his deadlift PB.
Yeah, nice and solid.
White lights. One left, 230 for Mario Martins. Bar is loaded. Next up is Thomas Katolikinis from Greece.
Matteo van Vinkt from Belgium, 230 kilos. Opening on his personal best. Currently in prognosis on 6th, but like I said, only 10 kilos separating 6th and 3rd.
Very fast.
3 white lights, a good lift, although that 10 kilos is growing more and more now.
Yeah, rather jumpy as we can see on the replay. Can't wait to get off the platform.
In contention for podium, Thomas Katikidis, 232.5 kilos. And that was after opening 12.5 kilos heavier than he put down.
Well, as I said, we are seeing games played here. Powerlifting is not just about raw strength or proficient technique, it's also about strategy, and coaches in the background sometimes do just as much, if not more, of the work than the athletes on the platform.
Not sure about more, but they certainly do a lot of the work. Javier Chobi Tome from Spain, 245 kilos. Current contender for gold overall, in a great position to do so. Squat gold, bench gold. I'm sure he'll be fighting for deadlift gold as well. Ooh, again, just having a bit of a speed wobble at the top there. A bit too quick for his own good.
Gets the full-on traffic light of errors in the lift, a blue, a red, and a yellow light.
Yeah, Just is going to have to keep that stability at the top, and it's a difficult situation now. He's shooting for gold, but he needs to secure that total. So the question is, does he go up or does he retake? We'll have to wait and see, as we have one final opener remaining. Samuel King, who significantly upped his opener by 7.5 kilos to 250. I'm not too sure what happened there. I think he was wearing the wrong socks. So unfortunately, you have to be wearing deadlift socks which come up to just below the knee. It's a rule in the rule book, so you cannot take that lift. And he's going to run out of time, which opens the door for a lot of other lifters fighting for that podium, with both Chobi, Tomi, and King not getting that opening attempt in on the board. We move through now to the second round without two of the top contenders getting a deadlift in and securing that total.
Yeah, we have had some unexpected wrenches thrown in the works of two of the podium contenders, one even the favorite for the overall victory.
Well, Chobi Tomi, who is the favorite for overall, has had an attempt at the weight and chosen to go up, which I think is sensible. He's gone up quite a lot though, whereas King didn't get to attempt the weight, so a bit of different strategies should be played with here. Victor Shigula from Poland, 200 kilos, a 15 kilo jump from his opener.
Slowing down a bit, but still a strong second attempt and a 5 kilo personal best for Shigula.
Christoph Kozak from Hungary, taking a 10 kilo jump to 205 for his second attempt.
And nice and solid, 3 white lights and a good lift.
215 for Francois Boris.
Francis Goris from Belgium, 215 kilos, a 10 kilo jump from his opener to match his personal best.
3 white lights and another good lift. Nice and strong there for Boris.
Switzerland. Bar is loaded. Will be followed by Alexander Yatsenko.
Ilya Sado from Switzerland, 220 kilos, a 10 kilo jump from his opener. It's a tough looking second attempt. Manages to lock it out though.
And his 3 white lights. He's going to be satisfied with that. Well, we'll see how much more he can pull for his third.
Now a lot of these lifters have very similar deadlifts. The next 7 lifters will be fighting for deadlift medals currently. First of which, Alexander Yatsenko from Ukraine moves him from deadlift bronze into deadlift gold. And without 2 of the top contenders at the board yet, moves him into gold overall for the time being, with Chobi Tomi and King yet to get a total secured.
Oh, bit of a shake there on the top. And it's a 2-to-1 no lift, unfortunately. See again on the replay what exactly happened there.
Usually
Well,
a yellow is a missed command, so perhaps he just jumped that down command. That's really normally the only
perhaps.
thing it is on deadlifts. Matteo van Vinkt from Belgium, 242.5 kilos to pull him into deadlift gold and onto the podium overall for the time being.
Nice and strong there for Van Vink.
47.5 for Thomas Beckles.
Yeah, it's getting really close at the top.
Bar is loaded.
Although should Chobi Tomi get a deadlift on the board, it's more or less secured that gold overall. We'll have to wait and see. Thomas Katatikidis from Greece, 247.5 kilos, moves him into deadlift gold, which I'm sure I'll say a lot in this flight, and moves him up the table overall on the podium. A nice looking second attempt.
Yeah, really smooth for a second.
47.5 from William Romania.
And the fight is getting closer and closer.
One of those up and amongst it, Viljami Javanainen from Finland, 247.5 kilos, a 20 kilo jump, moving him into deadlift silver behind on body weight and up the podium overall.
Oh,
That is a
just
shame.
loses his balance there on the top.
Yeah, let's have a look at that again on the replay. Goes to lock out, I think falls onto his heels a little bit as he tried to pull backwards.
Yeah, just struggling with one hand on the lockout, his grip starting to go. And just loses his balance backwards.
Which could hurt him in terms of placing overall on podium. Axeli Verta, his teammate now, taking a 20 kilo jump to 250 for his second attempt, moving him from deadlift bronze into deadlift gold.
The sub-junior with the open class beard. Going for a massive personal best here.
Wow. And it's still moving really well. It's a good lift. 3 white lights.
No questioning that one.
250 now for Samuel King.
And like I said, still far away off the podium, but I can see now why he upped his deadlift opener, because in a good shot of getting a deadlift medal. Now we have Samuel King from Czechia. Didn't have his deadlift socks on the first time round, so didn't get a chance to attempt 250. So retaking the same weight is a sensible choice. Wow.
And it flies up, and I think he was fueled by rage there.
Yeah, I see that. And now the question is, you know, does he push for that podium position, or what I imagine he wanted as well, which would have been the European record of 272.5. He's going to have to prioritize one. But now Javier Tolbi from Spain, 260 kilos. He did attempt the 245 and just lost it at the top. So he's gone up 15 kilos, and I can see why the risk would be worth it here, especially because 245 was so easy. Also puts him within 12.5 kilos of that European record on deadlift, as I said before, and within 15 kilos of the European total record. So let's see how this moves. Still a little bit wobbly, but managed to keep it locked out this time, and he is on the board and catapults straight into gold overall.
And he's gonna be hard to catch now, but he still might be in the fight for the record. King has put in the 273.
Yeah, and it seems like Katatikidis has put in a placeholder of 399 kilos, which I can say very safely that he's not going to be attempting a 247.5 to a 399 jump as a 74 sub junior. So I think he's going to see what everyone else does and what he needs to put on to get on the podium. But as we head into the third round now, Victor Shigula from Poland, 207.5. And I've just seen that Spain have put in 400, and they're like, no, we'll get the last laugh, actually. Thank you very much.
Big fight from the Polishman. Falls on his back. I think he's just taking a little rest there. He gave it his all.
Yeah, put everything he had into that. Showed a lot of heart, but just a little too heavy today.
212.5 now for Christoph Kozak from Hungary.
Krzysztof Kozak from Hungary, 212.5 kilos, a 7.5 kilo jump from his second.
And a solid looking third attempt.
Francis Robles from Belgium, followed by Ilias Sedo.
.220 kilos on the bar for Franz Jose Gouris from Belgium. 5 kilo jump from his second attempt. He's had a phenomenal day so far, PBing every single lift.
Big effort there.
What Hart manages to lock it out, I think.
Great effort. Let's see the lights.
Oh, and
No,
it's 2-1.
unfortunately didn't manage to lock it out. The coach goes to the jury and we'll have a look at that again in the replay. I think gets a blue for assisting with the legs and a red for insufficient lockout. Ilias Seidel from Switzerland jumps 5 kilos to 225 for his third and final attempt. And the jury's overruled the last lift for Goris to a good lift. Unfortunately, just too heavy there for Seidel.
Yeah, he's gotten personal bests on all of the lifts. He's had a great day. And I think he's going to be walking off that platform a happy man.
Now we start seeing the fights for podium overall come in, the first of which to contend Alexander Yatsenko. Missed 242.5 on his second attempt. Gone up to 245 here for his third in an attempt to pull onto the podium overall. With still some lifters who want to fight for that position as well to follow.
Gets it up, and it's 3 white lights, and he's gonna be hoping these next 6 competitors push each other too hard, fail their last deadlifts, and he can be the sneaky last one on the podium.
Yeah, well, it's I've seen it done before, but it certainly is a big hope with 6 lifters still to deadlift, so we'll have to see. And Matteo van Vinkt is hyped up and ready to try and pull himself onto the podium and knock Yatsenko off with 252.5 on the bar, a 10 kilo jump from his second.
If he wants to have any hopes, he needs this attempt. Come on, Matteo, let's go.
Oh, and just loses his grip right on the top. It was a valiant effort from the Belgian.
Yeah, and with that, it means that for the time being, at least Yatsenko stays in that bronze medal position, but it's going to move around if people start making lifts. And for Vuojami, Javanainen from Finland missed 247.5, just tipped backwards on his second, gone up to 252.5 in an attempt to surpass the bronze medal overall, looking to go into silver overall. It's a big ask. Can he keep it locked out? No, unfortunately not. It's not there today.
He's going to be angry with that, but such is the sport of powerlifting.
Yeah, it's how it goes on the day. It's not always who's strongest, it's who can have the best day on occasion. And with that, like we said, Yatsenko still sitting pretty in that bronze position. Looking to stay in silver overall. Has dropped from 399 kilos as I thought he might. Thomas Katotikidis from Greece, 255 kilos, moves him into deadlift silver and keeps him in silver overall. And I think if he gets this, he would secure at least the bronze overall. a fantastic final pull from Thomas.
Big deadlift for a big placing.
And with that, he has secured himself at least the bronze medal. And we've seen an attempt change come in, I imagine either from King or Chobi Tomi. We're watching the screen as that comes in. In the meantime, we will see Axeli Berta, 262.5 kilos, and I think that's actually where the attempt change came in. It hasn't come from King or Chobi Tomi. 262.5 kilos in an attempt to push for deadlift gold. Already secured the deadlift bronze with his 250 second attempt, but looking to secure at least 12.5 kilos more in his total and potentially secure a different deadlift medal.
Oh, big fight there on the top, but unfortunately not today. And now, will we see an attempt change?
Well, I'm sure we'll see the attempt from Chobi Tomi come down eventually, but I think he might want to see what King is doing in terms of whether he gets the record or not. But I mean, even saying that, if he puts 273 in, it will automatically go up.
The problem here for King is he's risking an overall podium placing for this deadlift record.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. It depends what the priority is and also how confident he is in his ability. It's a 23 kilo jump from what was meant to be his opener, so you'd think that the weight overall is something that he can do, but is the jump something he can do? We'll have to wait and see. Samuel King, hometown hero from Czechia, 273 kilos for a new European sub-junior deadlift record. It will pull him into deadlift gold, of course, and into silver overall. And there it is with ease. Samuel King breaks the European record and moves into silver overall, ahead of Katatigadis. 3 white lights.
He's the hometown hero. He had the trouble with his socks not being there on his first deadlift. He has redeemed himself
Absolutely.
in front of his home crowd.
Redeemed himself and some, and now the 400 kilo drops to 275.5. And as I thought, he is going for not just the deadlift record, but also for the total record. So 275.5 to extend both deadlift and total record. Javier Chobi Tomi, your European champion, 275.5 kilos for his third and final attempt. A huge final pull. Gold in squats, gold in bench, gold in deadlift should he make this, and a new European record in deadlift and a total. What an end to the day this would be for him. Let's see what he's made of. And there it goes. Javier Chobi Tomi, ladies and gentlemen, 275.5 kilos, a new European deadlift and total record. Gold in squat, gold in bench, gold in deadlift, gold overall, your European champion from Spain. And what a phenomenal day he has had, ending on 645.5 kilos. A quick summary of what we've just seen. Thomas Katatigadis from Greece walking away with deadlift bronze at 255 kilos. Samuel King from Czechia broke the European record, but it wasn't good enough for deadlift gold, not today, 273 kilos. And in deadlift gold, Javier Chobitomi from Spain with 275.5 kilos. And overall, a very similar looking table in bronze, Thomas Katatigadis from Greece, 612.5 kilos. In silver, with that huge final pull, Samuel King from Czechia, and your new European champion, Javier Chobitomi from Spain with 645.5 kilos. We're going to head into the medal ceremony now, and then we will rejoin you at 2 p.m. local time for the 69 kilo sub-junior women. We will catch you then.
every participant will get a participation medal from Björn Masat and Miroslav Pacek, the lead director and the president from the EPF. So thank you to Ladia, Matti and Björn for the participation medals. So now we'll proceed to the medal ceremony, starting with the 63s. First of all, the medals in the movement. Third in the squat is Alexandra Fragoso Korczak with 145. The silver medal goes to Elise Idoa from the Netherlands, 157.5. And the new European sub-junior record of 161.5, the gold medals goes to Anita Skodolova. Thank you, ladies. You can sit down. The best president, the bronze medal goes to Isabel David from Great Britain. The silver medalist is Elise Idoa from the Netherlands, 100 kilos. And the gold medalist with a new world sub-junior record with 105 kilos from Spain is Alexandra Fragoso Korczak. Thank you, ladies. You can sit down. In the deadlift event, the bronze medal goes to Alexandra Fragoso Korczak from Spain with 165. Silver medalist is Isabel David from Great Britain, 167.5. And the gold medal goes to Teresa Sitalova from Czechia. Congratulations, thank you, you can sit down. Final places. Bronze medalist with 407.5 is Teresa Sitalova from Czechia. Silver medalist from Spain with 414 is Alexandra Fragoso Korczak. And the 2024 champion in the -63 category in the Super in Pilsen is Elise Idoa from Netherlands with 14. Now please rise for the Netherlands anthem. Everybody stand up. squat event, the bronze medal goes to Oleksandr Yatsenko with 270.1. Silver medal goes to Viljami Javanainen from Finland with 222.1. And the gold medal with 225 goes to Javier Chortitorio from Spain. Thank you guys, congratulations. The bench press in very tight podium. Bronze medal goes to Samuel King from Czechia with 142.5. On bodyweight with the same bar, 142.5, the silver medal goes to Toma Katotikidis from Greece. And with 145, the gold medal goes to Javier Chortitorio from Spain. Thank you guys. The deadlift events with 255 from Greece, the bronze medal goes to Thomas Katodikidis. The silver medalist with 273 is Samuel King from Czechia. With a new European sub-junior record in the deadlift with 275.5, your gold medalist is Javier Chortitorio from Spain. Congratulations. Thank you. Please take down. Final placings now with 612.5 kilos is Thomas Katodikidis from Greece. With a total of 620.5, the silver medalist is Samuel King from Czechia. Spectacular total record in the European Championship today. Your champion is Javier Chortitorio. 645.5, and your new for European champion in the Super Juniors. Now please rise for the national anthem of Spain. Stand up, everybody. Thank you very much for the last battle from you guys. And for the last time, a round of applause for the 63s and the 74s when they leave the platform. Thank you to the referees, thank you to the jury for this fight. Very good battle. Thank you to the crowd for your energy. In 15 minutes, we'll start the second fight of the day. See you in 15 minutes.